Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Omni here, bringing you guys another episode of Going Pro. And in this episode, I'm going to be covering a topic that really isn't talked about too much. And look at this nice little triple I get off the C flag to start off the video. But this topic applies to everybody, and people just kind of think that there's not really a way to stop it too much. It's going to happen. There's nothing you can really do about it. And that is when your team is triple capping. What are you supposed to do? And I'm going to be giving you guys some tips about how to maximize the amount of kills and everything that you get while your team is triple capping, because everybody knows that when your team is triple capping, it's annoying because the games go by really quickly, and sometimes that's good, but other times, you might be on a tear and you're doing super well, but the game ends in like 1 second. And then another thing that's annoying about it is you don't really have an idea a lot of times about where the enemy is, because they're spawning all around the entire map. So throughout the entire life cycle of Black Ops 2, me and my friends have been triple capping throughout the entire time. It's like we for the first like 4 months or 5 months of the game, we couldn't hold a spawn trap. It was like the points are just too tempting. When you get close to that flag, those 200 points are so tempting, and if the spawns do flip, you just want to jump on that flag immediately, even though you could maybe wait a minute and they'd flip back to that flag. But we're all players that are going to be running non-lethal kill streaks. We're all slayers, so we're rushing into the spawn. We're all objective players. So that's just a recipe for triple capping. So I've kind of picked up some techniques on how to maximize the amount of kills you get while your team is triple capping over all these games, these hundreds and hundreds of games that I've played while we've been triple capping, and I'm going to share some tips with you guys today. So number one is probably stay right in the middle of the map, right around the middle. And the reason why I say to stay in the middle of the map when your team is triple capping, opposed to being on the outside of the map, which you probably normally want to be kind of on the outsides of the map. But when you're in the middle of the map when your team is triple capping, it makes your run distance a lot less, because when you're triple capping, you're going to be having to run from one side of the map to the other most of the time. Because say you have all 3 flags and you're hanging out near B, and they spawn at A, you only have about half the map to run to get over to A, and vice versa. If you're at B and they spawn over to C, you only have half the map to run. But if you're just over at A chilling and they start spawning at C, you're gonna have to sprint all the way across the map to get to C. And same thing, if you're at C and they're spawning A, you have to run all the way back across the map. So you want to kind of stay near the middle. And then also you want to try to bait the game into spawning them in areas where your teammates aren't. So pay a lot of attention to the mini-map. If you're anything like me and my friends, when we play in a party, we're all running non-lethal, so we always have VSATs and UAVs and stuff up, so we always know where the enemies are pretty much. And you can kind of see where they're spawning, and you can see where your teammates are, so you can get away from, like, you can kind of leave a part of the map open where you want the enemy to spawn, and then you can like get over there really quickly. You kind of want to bait it in. That's kind of how Call of Duty is in a way. A lot of different game modes like this. My free-for-all guide that I just started up, that's the same thing. You want to bait the game into spawning players where you want them to be spawned, and it's really simple. You just have to have a lot of experience. And you have to know how to play the spawns. It's nothing that I can really teach you. It's basically just spawn knowledge and know when people are gonna spawn no matter what you do. If you move a certain way, you want them to spawn in a certain area. It's kind of complicated to explain, and I didn't explain that really well. But I think you guys get the basic idea. You want to try to bait the game into spawning them in an area where you can get to pretty quickly. So those are pretty much the only 2 tips that I can give you for triple capping. You're going to want to stay in the middle of the map, and you're going to want to try to leave an area of the map open where none of your teammates are and you aren't, and you want to try to bait the game into spawning the enemies there so you can get over there and pick up some kills pretty quickly. And that's pretty much all you can do about triple capping. So I hope you guys did enjoy this commentary. It's coming to a close now, and drop a like on the video if you did. Our last few episodes of Going Pro have been doing absolutely crazy well with the likes and everything, and the support. I really appreciate it a lot, and hopefully you guys will look forward to the next episode as well. I'll talk to you guys later.